organization is part of facing finance, mainly because of the issues we've been facing in Mozambique for this lately, the current period, which is also related mainly with these mega projects and big investments, which actually has been a problem. The impact of it mainly, which is also related to corporate social responsibility, human rights violation and environmental damage. Which are really big companies and they're investing a lot of money, but they are profiting, and the way they are profiting also involves human rights violation, environmental damage. Most of them don't comply with the national and international standards for ways of doing things. And one thing which is really bad is that you have, for example, companies from European investment, which in their countries they actually follow all the procedures, but then when it comes to Mozambique and when it comes to Africa in general, they don't really follow it. One of the criteria to make a big investment or to implement a project in a particular area, you need to conduct what is called the public consult. And these really, there are procedures on that, and people should really know, what the project is all about and what will be the real impacts, the side effects, which most of the cases are not spoken about. They don't usually speak about the impacts in long term. It's basically they focus on the benefits, which also don't actually happen on the ground. So the trick they usually use is regarding job opportunities, which on the ground in reality doesn't happen, because you have, when they come, they talk about the jobs which will be created, how many jobs will be created, but then they don't specify that these high number of new jobs created is mainly at the peak stage, which is during construction period. But then in long term, when the operation starts, people lose their jobs because they are not needed anymore. So people should be told from beginning how it will happen. When we talk about 10,000 jobs, we really need to know, people should know that it's not 10,000 jobs, like they will work for the company for long, but then they'll be during the construction. And after the construction is over, most of the people are out. And probably they will stay with 1,000 people. Once I had meetings in one of these companies, and they told us that, it's the people who have expectations, that's why they get disappointed. But people don't just wake up and have expectations. There is something which actually raises that expectation. It's about human capital, so you need to invest on that. They need to invest on that. They can't just expect, okay, if we don't have qualified people, we hire others. If you're investing in Mozambique, you need to have the Mozambicans benefiting as well. They should really focus on corporate social responsibility, and definitely the communities which are being affected, they should actually benefit, have a real benefits from these kind of investments, not just which is politically correct to say, but then in the real sense it should happen on the ground. People should see the good impact of such kind of investment. They know that they won't stop mining, but yeah, do it properly. Try to minimize. It's about minimizing the impacts, these negative impacts. Try to do it properly, at least that. So it will still happen. They will still come, they will still dig, they will still mine, they will still take our oil, our gas, but they should do it, and people should also feel, I mean, it's bad, but let's share the benefits. There is sometimes this kind of thing. I mean, okay, you are coming, you are exploiting my coal, you are moving me away from the place I live, you are taking my land, and still in the end I'm suffering the most with that. I mean, so yeah, I won't say that I'll be fighting mining, because it will happen. Yeah, it will happen. It shouldn't be seen just as, like you are fighting companies or something like that, but actually it will bring a lot of good results for Mozambique as a whole, and the communities being affected, and will also help the companies and the investors improve the way they do the investments. It's actually also to help them to work properly. So they need to have this good behavior. I mean, I guess no one likes to be seen as a bad person. So no company is proud of being known as bad and with bad practices. So we'll also help them. We will also bring awareness to people through this campaign, which is really, really important. Yeah, awareness. Somehow that's one of the good things about facing finance, because for example, for the case of Mozambique or Africa, you don't only have like us working in the companies in Mozambique. There's some work which should also be done here, because the money comes from here. So if you are able to influence these investors here so that they don't have this dirty investment, I can say, it's always good. Small things which sometimes people say, it's just a small thing, but it's these many small things which make the big thing. So we should know that there are things that, yeah. So one really thing, a really good thing about facing finance is this: we have this work here in Europe, and then we have the work in Africa, because there are things that we are not able to do in Africa, but that can be done here in Europe. I believe that there are more open ground, I can say, on open stage to work more with investors in here. And this lobbying and much more work, which will actually the results will also have impact in Africa. So